Through all the winding corridors and all the twists and turns, there is surely only one mod that can get us through this landscape, and that is the one and the only White Knuckle. Now you're probably asking, what is White Knuckle? Well, White Knuckle is a really cool climbing roguelike horror game that is all about, well, climbing. And in Garry's mod, someone decided to go ahead and make a mod that uses the systems from said game. Now I do want to thank Small Potato TV and Maxwell Peterman 620 for suggesting this mod. This is a really cool mod and I am a huge fan. So how it works is you get these cool little like 2D pixel-like hands. They look exactly like from the game, by the way. And then you grab. Now you want to be careful because the longer you grab, the more red your hand gets, and if it gets too red, well, you let go. And you can see now that hand is incredibly sore and it needs to rest. Now, the movement mechanics are very interesting because you have to kind of like swerve around to get some momentum and then grab onto the thing, but you have to be very careful not to jump like I just did. Now, there are different types of hands. If we go ahead and open up the swept menu, you can see we have the grub knuckle, and it does give you a good description right here. So the grub knuckles are good because they let you grab anything. That's right, even just walls that don't have any grabbable surfaces. But the problem with them is that you do have limited stamina, and we definitely saw that from our poor hands turning red. But I mean, look at this. Look how high we climbed. Next up, we have the Iron Knuckle. Now, this one does not let you climb anything. However, the good news is that you do have infinite stamina. This is only going to let you grab edges. So you can see right here, it'll let us grab this, and if we wanted to, we could stay here until the heat death of the universe, and we will be just fine. However, we cannot grab things like this main pole because it's not an edge. So definitely really cool that we have these choices. Now, this is probably a lot easier to use just because, well, at least with me, I'm going to be grabbing the edges regardless. And with this, it makes it pretty simple because you don't have to worry about that stamina, which is a huge core part of the game. Now, we do have one last one. Well, actually, we have two more. We have the sandbox one, and this is going to be the best of both worlds. You can climb anything, and you also have infinite stamina. So again, very good for sandbox or for a video presentation, but I'm not a wimp, and I actually want to use this the legit way, so we're going to go with the tried and true White Knuckle, which, yeah, I know, right? Kind of obvious. But this is going to kind of have the negatives of both, where you can only grab edges, and you also have limited stamina, so this might take a while. So I'm now realizing that jumping is actually a very core part of this game. Because if you don't jump, you're really not going to reach the things that you're trying to reach. Now, this game does have a bit of a learning curve, but once you kind of understand the basic mechanics of it, like if you push yourself against an object like that, you can kind of pull yourself up without having to jump. Because jumping, I find, is kind of, well, you can't really trust it. Now, oh god, I'm in a bit of a pickle here. Let's see if I can... There we go. Okay, right there, jumping saved me. But, I mean, I'm putting all this effort in. I've only climbed, like, 2 steps. I'm gonna wait for my stamina. Go back at it again. Alright. Come on. Just... Okay. Alright, I'd say we're not doing too shabby, but can we make it up here? Yes, there we go. I think I'm getting the hang of this now. But you do have to be very cautious because one big mistake and we're down in the water. Now, the good news is we do not have to worry about fall damage because the water will break our fall. There we go. There's kind of like a rhythm to it. Like, you almost just feel it in a way. Like, this is not good. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to kind of up the ante here now because we have to make a leap of faith. But I do believe. And it looks like my belief paid off. Okay. There we go. Now again, it's very imperative that you do not spend too much time hanging, because if your stamina goes, you are pretty much done. Now this one you really want to hurry because again, you can't hang, which is exactly what I'm doing. Alright, good news is that you can hang on the edge here. I don't know if this is intentional or if I'm breaking the map or cheating, but I'm going to go ahead and use it. Alright, so this is once again kind of a long climb. I actually... Oh, I see now. That's pretty cool. You can use your momentum to kind of swing around. That's awesome. You know, it's kind of funny. This mod is so intense. I can only imagine how intense the actual game is. But here we got a good grip. Let's see if I could just... Ugh. Okay, nice. There we go. Like, I'm actually incredibly nervous on some of these jumps. It's pretty intense for a climbing game. Let's see. Just... There we go. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna suck absolute balls at this. But I'm doing pretty solid. I'm actually kind of proud of myself. And I love that there is these pillars here so we can kind of pull ourselves up. That has been a huge godsend for me, but judging from what I'm looking at, I don't think we're going to have that for much longer. But you know what? We shall prevail regardless. Alright, let's see. Can I... Wait, no way, I can reach that. Okay. We got Mr. Fantastic Arms. Love to see it. And you know, I do think it's funny. This is probably like super trivial for most people with this game. Oh gosh, this is where you can really, really end it. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna give my left hand a break here. Let my right hand do some work. Alright. There we go. Slow and steady. That's what I always say. Now we gotta grab this edge. See if I can pull myself up. Alright. Perfect. Now we do have a tightrope. Is there physics to this? Yes. So this is not too bad. We can just walk along this. Now we have to play against time, because we're not going to be able to stay on this platform for forever, since it's of course moving. Let's see if I can get this first try. There we go. Jump up, grab this. Alright, I'm getting the hang of this. Oh, God, I could use a hand. Alright, this is not the time to be making jokes. We need to finish this, and you know what? I am doing not too bad, so we can climb that whole grate right there, so I'm going to go ahead. Oh my God, I thought... I swear, if I would have fallen all the way down. Alright, here we go. Grab this, swing, alley-oop. I like doing the 1, 2, 3. Really good to get some momentum, and oh my, what am I doing? How am I doing this? I don't know, like, it's weird. It's like you can just feel it in your bones, or your hands. Alright. Now, I don't even need to grab this. I can just jump this. Okay, this one I need to grab. Oh God. There we go. I like the momentum thing. That is by far my favorite thing. And you know, it's crazy. This is unlike any parkour system I've ever used, and I love it. It's so unique. Alright, we've gotten past the first half. Guys, look at all that we've climbed. I can't believe I've actually done this in a video. This is a very functional mod, and the challenge is definitely there. Oh my God, wait, how deep is this water? Oh God, there's eels! Totally just kidding. It's those weird worm things that attack you in Half-Life 2. I never thought I'd see them again. This is actually insanely creepy. I'm in a gigantic cylinder. It looks like a giant water tower, which has always been one of my greatest fears. I don't want to deal with the worms, man. Please don't make me. Alright, so this is definitely where the challenge does get a bit amplified. The good news is that we can climb this edge, but it's very difficult to climb up without having something to press our body against, like this. Alright, now that we're here, we should be able to push up and jump. There we go. Perfect. Alright. It's pretty scary because now there's death. You know, if we fall into that water from a great enough height, those leeches are going to kill us before we can get to the surface or even get to that platform there. So now there's actually some stakes involved. Can we reach that? How are we supposed to? Oh no, I'm on the wrong side, aren't I? Okay, that was really cool. I don't know how the hell I did that. But yes, we were on the wrong side. Thankfully, these are my favorite platforms because they are pretty easy to traverse. We can again push ourselves against that central pillar, really giving us that angle we need. Oh God, until I mess it up. Alright, I'm switching hands. Let's go this one. Whoa. There we go. Okay, this is really intense. I'm gonna let my left hand rest. Grab this. Oh, come on, Facebook. Not right now. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I don't want to be swinging like that. You know what's funny? After playing this, I'm probably gonna buy this game now. This is really fun. And this is an insanely well-made mod. I hope this video doesn't get to like an hour long. But I'm honestly not even keeping track of time right now because I'm just so engaged in the challenge. Alright, what is this? Is this a checkpoint? Oh. Oh, it's a lift! Well, would you look at that? So we do have a lift. Very cool to see. Oh yeah, I guess we have to take this lift, huh? There's nowhere to go. Alright, up we go. I was I was kind of worried that we had to climb everything. Oh, you know what? That didn't really go that high up. And you have to be very quick, because the lift goes down instantly, so you can't use it as a safety net. Oh god, this is definitely... Ow. One more fall like that and I think it's over for us, but this is the best thing about this, is you don't have to always land. You can just keep grabbing until you find a good enough surface to land on. Like this. Oh. I'm free. Oh god. Alright, so that was a lot of doom and gloom. Thankfully, there is an outside course. This is a really cool map, guys, and it was made specifically for this add-on. So I do highly recommend you guys to check this map out as well. But the cool thing is that you can use this for, well, pretty much any edge. Or again, if you use the sandbox one, you can use it for anything. You can just climb onto any wall that you want. So it's a super flexible mod. I'm not gonna go over the entire map because, well, that would be a very long and probably boring video, but I did just want to say that I absolutely love this add-on. The creator of this add-on, in my opinion, is a goddamn genius, and if it's anything like the real game, I've never played the real game, there is a free demo, I should probably download that. I mean, I love this. This is really fun, and I highly recommend you guys to test it out and see how good you are, because I definitely could use some practice. But as always, links will be in the description. I want to thank you guys for watching this until the end. If you want to leave a like and subscribe, you know what to do. Check out my second channel down below for Pokemon TCG Pocket content, and as always, have a great day, thanks for watching, and farewell.